What's up? This is Ryan with Planet Cheapskate. In this video, I will reveal step by step all my first-time homebuyer tips and advice that will put you in a better position to hack your very first home loan and real estate process. And be sure to stick around to the very end of this video for 3 first-time homebuyer loan hacks that will teach you ways no one else is talking about to save money on your first home purchase. But first, I'd just like to take a very brief moment to personally invite you to subscribe and join our community. I do a home loan rate update every Friday going into the weekend, along with a new video every Thursday, helping you manage through the world of credit, real estate, and home loans. And also, when you do subscribe, be sure to hit that little bell and it will alert you whenever I release fresh content. Now, with all that out of the way, let's dive right in. So when it comes to buying your first home, I know things can get very, very confusing. In this video, I'll do my best to help you with things that may be missed during the process or that no one talks about. So when it comes to real estate and home loan process, there is basically 3 phases. The time before you have a contract, the time after when your home loan and real estate process is moving forward, and finally finishing up and closing of your home. I'll do my best to keep these tips in order of those phases and explain each as much as I can. If you need clarification or have a question, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer those for you. So I'd say the most important thing when beginning the home loan search as a first-time home buyer is to get multiple quotes from lenders for your mortgage interest rate. You can do this in 2 different ways. You can go see 3 different banks on the same day and compare the quotes they give you, or you can go see a broker and they can usually shop around to several different lenders at once. I'd maybe mix it up and speak with 2 brokers and 1 bank. Don't let any of them pull your credit. Just have them give you a quote based on what you think your score is at. If any refuse to do this, then it's a bad sign and you should just leave and check out a different lender. I'd say the best quality to look for besides rate and a loan officer is their availability and communication. There is nothing worse than feeling alone or not being able to talk to a professional during this process. Now there is a forever debate in the real estate world, sort of like which came first, the chicken or the egg, and it consists of this. When beginning the home search, is it better to speak to a realtor or loan officer first? So in my humble opinion, it's better to speak with a loan officer first, as they will be able to get you pre-approved to make a legitimate offer on a home the second you see something that you like. Speaking to a loan officer first will also let you know exactly the price range you need to be looking for at homes based on solid numbers of your income versus your debt. So as much as realtors would like to be the beginning source or the first person you reach out to, it's probably in your best interest to reach out to a loan officer first and then find a realtor you mesh well with. Which leads me right to my next subject. Always use a real estate agent when buying a home. It's foolish not to, as your agent as a buyer is paid for by the seller of the home you eventually find. Going it alone will never suit you well in this process, but as far as choosing an agent goes, find someone you mesh well with, someone who is honest and that you feel is a good person, as you will be entrusting them with a huge task. I would say my best piece of advice here is to not just go automatically with someone your family suggests or someone who is a friend of yours or the lender suggestion. Instead, treat this as sort of an interview and see who has the best communication, availability, and personality, as you will be spending a lot of time with this person and speaking to them frequently during this process. And if you catch any hint they are dishonest, unethical, or they aren't communicating with you very good, and you've already signed up with them, call their main office and ask to speak with their broker immediately for a buyer's agent release and find a new agent. So once you are under contract, the best loan products for first-time homebuyers are going to be an FHA loan, which requires a down payment as low as 3.5%. Now the mortgage insurance tends to be a bit higher on these loans, but it can be worth it as the debt-to-income ratio allowed is a bit higher, which just means you could possibly qualify for a more expensive home. Another loan that is popular for first-time home buyers is the Home Ready Home Possible conventional loan product. This loan is only 3% down, but it does have income and other restrictions to use it. If you need further explanation on the different loans available, check out my playlist here where I walk you through the 4 main types of home loans. So there is actually a way, if the conditions are right, to do a USDA home loan and pay no closing costs or down payment. And I will be explaining that at the end of this video as a first-time homebuyer loan hack. So one final note here as we are discussing loan products, there is no doubt that during your research you've come or may come across what are called DPAs, down payment assistance programs. If you've watched some of my other stuff, then you know that I loathe these things. I think they're trash. There are so much better options by doing what are called seller or lender credits. Ask your agent or loan officer about these. But DPAs never set you up on a beneficial long-term path. These are for-profit organizations that offer these incentives. You are sacrificing your long-term savings for a short-term, smaller savings on your down payment. These products almost always lock you into a long loan term that you have to pay a penalty to get out of. They will always carry a higher interest rate or higher mortgage insurance. DPAs suck. There is always a better option. Always. And if your loan officer or agent tell you something different, find someone new. So when you're going through the submission of your loan, it's very important that you keep an eye daily on your email inbox. Get any documents sent to you from your lender or loan officer signed quickly, and gather any documents quickly and without complaint for your loan processor. This will make your loan get cleared to close so much faster. Also, make sure to check with your loan processor about 2 to 3 days after you sign your documents that they ordered your appraisal. Check with your loan officer after about 4 days to assure they locked your rate or what the plan is regarding the rate. You will need to get with your realtor to order a home inspection. They're optional, but I highly recommend you get one. We're talking about one of the most expensive purchases of your life here. You don't want to leave that to chance. So a quick tip here, your inspection is not the same as your appraisal. The inspection is for you, and it's for you to find out if you may need to request any kind of repairs or if you need to fix something later. The appraisal makes sure the home is worth what you agreed to buy it for. So next I'm going to cover some quick do's and don'ts when it comes to waiting for the loan to be cleared to close. The most important thing you want to do here is not make any major changes financially. Don't switch jobs, bank accounts, add any new vehicles or credit cards. Don't run up your credit cards or go out and buy new furniture for your home on credit. And if you are not a W-2 employee but get 1099s or cash distributions, just make sure you're depositing these payments into a bank first so that they can be sourced and have a money trail. The final little nugget here is to not do any large deposits or withdrawals into the bank account your down payment or closing costs are going to be coming out of. And finally, just an extra quick tip here. Don't send or put on your application any bank accounts the closing funds won't be coming from. This can just possibly create more problems because if the accounts are shared with the underwriter, then they have to condition that account whether it's used or not. If you have all the funds in one account, keep them there, don't move them, and submit those and only those bank statements and forget the rest. So when you are searching for a home, I know sometimes it can feel like you're searching for a needle in the haystack. 2 things to remember here. 1, the best homes to buy are not on the market. You have to hunt them down. So cruise a neighborhood you want to live in and look for homes that look like no one cares about them. They got high grass, trash, bad paint. And if you want a bit more info on finding a home, check out this video here where I go through all of that. The second thing to remember when buying your first home is your first home doesn't have to be your last. You can buy something now as a starter and then roll into something better or something that fits your needs better later in the future. So as promised, 3 amazing loan hacks that will help you save money during the process as a first-time home buyer. And these are secrets I haven't heard on any other videos on YouTube. So here we go. The first loan hack is to use an insurance broker for your homeowner's insurance. A broker, much like I can do with making banks compete, will make insurance companies compete for your business. The insurance companies hate them, but they are a great thing for you to save money. So don't just go with who your lender or agent suggests. Find an insurance broker in your area and have them find your best coverage and premium. This will bring down not only your monthly payment, but also your closing costs. The second loan hack is to shop around for the cheapest title company or closing attorney. Many buyers don't know that you get to pick this service and not just go with whomever your realtor writes into the contract. Shop around for the best deal and discuss this early with your realtor. This could save you anywhere from $300 to $500 on your closing costs. And finally, I saved the best for last. The final loan hack involves getting your first home, paying 0 down with 0 closing costs. And what you need to do here is get a USDA home loan, which means you have to be fine living in a rural or small town, typically about 20 miles outside of the city. You will find your home, get under contract, and then ask the lender for lender credits to offset your closing costs completely. So as an example for lender credits, you agree to take a bit higher rate and the lender gives you a credit back to offset your closing costs. So how this would work is like this. You would qualify for a rate at 3.5%. but take 5% because the lender is giving you $5,000 in lender credit for taking the higher rate. The $5,000 offsets completely your closing costs, so you go to the closing table with no down payment due, no closing costs due, and then 6 months later, if you choose to, you can refinance to a lower rate. So now you have a low rate, plus you got into a home for absolutely zero money out of pocket. Congratulations. So there you have it, everything you need to know as a first-time homebuyer, along with 3 amazing first-time homebuyer loan hacks that will help you get the best deal when it comes to closing on your first home. Please leave a comment below if I missed anything or you have a question. I'd love to hear from you. And listen, if you gained value or knowledge from this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button so more people just like you can see this info. And if you like this video, I'd like to invite you to watch one of my other videos. Over here, I walk you through the complete home buying process step by step. And over here, YouTube has determined that you may enjoy this video. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, best of luck.